up, my people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Naseem the Dream. It is that time of the week. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Singles of the Week. This is a segment where I like to break down some of the newest tracks that have just dropped this past weekend. I'm gonna give you my thoughts and I'm gonna give them an official rating, so be sure to check them out all for yourselves. They're all linked in the description down below. Let's get right into these new singles. We are just gonna kick this right off with a little sample from Florida rapper BossMan Dlow's newest record called Mr. Beat the Road, and this track is called Come Here featuring Sexxy Red. So this is a rapper that has been fairly new to my diet in hip-hop. One of my really close friends really loves this guy and really put me on him very recently, and I've been liking what I've been hearing, especially for the style that it's adapted to. It's fun. I think it's pretty dope, and then I definitely think the same thing for this very first taste from this project. What's here is already especially a lot of fun, just straight up ass shaking, party going up type of trap music. I really like the hype element to it. This is definitely not going to be for everybody. It's not like the most unique in terms of this style of trap music, but it's still fun. We got Bktherula also out with a full LP. I'm going to be checking out this song Woman featuring Jid, giving myself another little sample. More melodic rap switch up for you guys. BK isn't the most exciting on this track. I would say the bars are mediocre. I think the beat is decent, but I really do think that this would have been better if they cut out some of the parts of the track. It just definitely was not needed, nor did it really aid anything else into the song. I'm such a big Jid fan as well, but I just really don't think that he complimented anything on this song well. So yeah, if you pay attention to it, they are drowning the hell out of his vocals with these 808s. So that's a dud. And then we got Rezz coming with a collab with Digital Ethos called Cut Me Out. That drop was really smooth. It was very exotic, lustful feeling. It's deep club aesthetics meeting bass is also very fun. I like the feel of it. I just really like how this turned out, especially towards the end of it, how it went into like a freestyle phase. This has a lot better of a taste than what I was expecting. Not getting too hype over it. I'm not gonna overhype it that much. It's still something that I feel like is just in the middle, but I thought it was decent. Next, we got Toliver, the newly father. Congratulations to this guy with the newest track, Deep in the Water. I think for this one, the production is very solid. It's very neat, very clean. The bass feels super warm and smooth. Just the writing itself isn't really all that impressive to me. It catches a vibe, and it will catch the vibe with somebody for sure, especially with the R&B tones, but I don't know. It just doesn't stand out. Next up is Miss Halle Bailey, bringing in the soul, the feel of gospel with the track In Your Hands. She has the voice of an angel. She is breaking through the heavens through this track. My goodness, this woman is absolutely miraculous on this track. She is just an incredible performer on here. The vocals will just make you shed tears and you won't even know why. Like, we really need this lady to start headlining festivals. She is really up at that level. So yeah, this is great. Fire. Next up, we got Disco Lines with the track Disco Boy. Yet another crispy, vibrant perfection from Disco Lines. I just can't get over how crystal clear and in your face this track gets. The drop is elevating. It's infectious. The mix is perfect to me. And enough talk. I'm just gonna give it a flame. We got Young Lean and Blade coming out with a collab with this track called Still. Very moody, shoegazy feeling. I really love hearing these two together. I feel like their contrast is so well with their chemistry. They really build off each other just so nicely. Making something psychedelic like this way just seems a bit on the nose for these guys because of their vocal tones. But honestly, I think it doesn't even matter. The euphoria from it is just so pleasant. And in my opinion, if it works, fuck it, it works. So yeah, I like it. Next, we got Night Archives with Unfinished Business. And just to get right into the details, the guitar passages just create so much atmosphere for this song. I absolutely adored it. And I really like how it just sways subtly into the background too. The break beats usually just really give off that sound that's a little bit more faint. But with this approach, I think it adds a lot more saturation to it. So it's yet another goodie from Naya. And then Dillon Francis is out with a remix of Fall Out Boy's Heartbreak Feels So Good. I would say for a remix, it's okay, but it's super standard and generic to trap EDM remixes at the same time. People are gonna enjoy it. They're gonna like the hard hitting sounds on here, and they're gonna get turned up about it, and they'll like it if they're hammered. But I don't see anything inside. Waxahatchee's also got a new track out called 365. For a singer-songwriter material, I guess it's not too bad, but well, because like there is some pretty high vocal moments on here that I think are worth noting, but with an extreme lack of dynamic. This does not fill in the gaps well enough to make this sound feel full and wide. And I know it's just an acoustic piece, but it's just really not fulfilling. PARTYNEXTDOOR is also out with a new track called Real Woman. I thought this was fine. It's okay. I like that it has like that warm sweetness to it, the feeling of a warm scented burning candle in the room. If the goal was to see something brand new in R&B or just elevating what Party has already been doing, I think that hasn't really been met. But yeah, you're just definitely not gonna really get that here if you're expecting that. I just say this is some of his standard safe shit, but it's still decent. Then we got Trippie Redd out with a new track called Left Wrist, Right Wrist. This freaking sucks. This sucks. This blows chunks. Trippie Redd is not good. He sucks. Iglooghost is out with a new track too called Coral Mimic. Completely mind-bending. I really like the experimental and hyperpop elements to it. It just gets super gnarly to the chaotic highlights on here and just gets some really great detail to make these things way more mysterious than they are. So yeah, it's a great track. Becky G is also out with a new single called Boomerang. Nothing special at all here. I would also say it's a fun dance track. I would give it right there, but I'm not gonna really rave over it. I think just people are gonna get a little too hype on some of like the hard-hitting drums on here, but it's really not that much better than what she's already done, so it's average. Then next is ZAYN out with a new track called What I Am. Typical love song that gets really gazy with that like pretty boy sound. For what it is, it's also not terrible, but it is awfully generic, so I can't really give it anything above a yellow, so it's definitely gonna get the red. Bon Jovi is out with a new track called Legendary. I almost barfed when I played this song. It is so boring. So boring. I truly don't understand it. Even if you're an old head and enjoy sticking with that same sound, I can't. How can you say anything positive about this? It just sounds so lazy. So lazy. If I'm gonna say anything good about it, I guess they sound decent for their age, but yeah, this is dead. Next we got R&B pop group Flow with the track Walk Like This that came out last week. I love the personality displayed on here. It feels so powerful, feels so dominant, but the first half I'm just really not on board with. It's not really a great attention getter of what they're putting on the table. The bridge does sound very pretty. It has some very high vocal moments in there, but overall, this is kind of average compared to what they've already made, so yellow. And the track that I chose to react to for this week's reaction video is gonna go to Willow with the track Symptom Alive, so be sure to go check out the reaction to get my full breakdown and thoughts of that track. On here, I am gonna award it the green. Go check out why. And to end off this week's singles of the week, the track that I chose for the single of the week is going to the Lemon Twigs. A Dream Is All I Know. This is a phenomenal piece from them. The whole thing just jams. It's a perfect cut from their last record, and it gives me that great Twigs feeling of them revitalizing rock that came out of the 70s with a modern gloss finish to it. The layering on the leads is just so wonderful. That's what's really winning me over, the layering in general. The guitar just gave me so giddy. They are so amazing to listen to. So yeah, all around, just a wonderful track. It is so fire, and this is the single of the week. And that is it for this week's singles of the week, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, go and like, share, and comment down below of what you thought of these tracks. Do not forget to check them out for yourselves. They are all linked in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Deuces.